Once upon a time, I was a tiny little part of Great Gray Rock. It was a huge rock, standing still at the epicenter of the forest for years. It was remarkably old, older from any other thing of that forest. It had bear hundreds of storms, thunderstorms, summers, winters, and cyclones, but couldn't bear one that day. That day was very abysmal and disastrous. That was the most devastating day we had ever seen. It continued for over 3 days. The cyclonic winds and storms destroyed almost everything which obstructed their way. The scene of the forest after the storm was pathetic and heartbreaking. Hundreds of the trees broke. Numerous animals died, water level rose and mudslides were at high. The forest life was still getting affected from the after effect of the cyclone. And so were we. On such a day, I was separated from the Great Gray Rock. That was a day when the Great Gray Rock broke and shattered into pieces. My bonding with the rock broke and I rolled down the forest land and joined a river. As the water level had risen and the rain was high, I was brought down the river by the great thrashing force of the rainwater. The water was too muddy and other small rocks, like me, were also rolling along with me. Some joined me to the river. Some stopped at the midway and some again broke down into more finer pieces. The river was flooded and the water was cold. I had been rolling for a long time, so it brought some change to my shape. My edges became smooth and roundish. Finally, after rolling for more few days, I reached to a slow-paced flowing river. It was very clear and was not so deep. This river had mainly sand and small stones. I was biggest of them all, at least in my surrounding. The sand beneath me gripped me and I settled in there for a very long time. I acclimatized myself. The constant flowing water and even sand shaped me more nicely. Days passed, and I lay there still for days. Until that day when I was first touched by human fingers. It was a small, young girl, with 2 ponytails and a cute-looking face. She emerged from the forest and walked towards the river I was resting in. She became bigger and bigger as she was approaching near me. She didn't notice me and put her foot on me. "Ouch," she said. She took her foot off me, leaned towards me and picked me up. She placed me on her small hands and began looking at every side of me closely. She wiped me with her skirt and again looked at me from every angle. She took me to her home and showed me to her mother. She too liked me, saying, "It is as round as an egg." Since that day, she kept me with her. She took me everywhere she went, school, temple, workplace, playground, everywhere. All of her friends wanted me, but she never gave me to anyone, saying, "It is my lucky charm."